The TOP production has now reached around 53 million barrels per year. Over the last, since 2010, we have grown with 5 units. We have doubled the fleet, and this year the prognosis for the production is around 65 million barrels. I think the important thing in delivering on production is to really work close with the client. The production and injection plans is a key and a vehicle to optimize production and to spend time supporting the client's planning processes when it comes to well testing, well treatment, etc. is important. So, how do we do that in Teekay Offshore Production? Every day we have a dashboard. You see a copy of the one from the 2nd of February. And there is 2 issues on this. It's safety and it is the operations, the production part. So every day we go through this for all operation units in Brazil, UK and Norway. I think the HSC part is important in the sense that the OIMs and the supervisors, through their review, are able to raise issues that they may have, and we can provide the support for working individual issues. On the production side, it's the same. What do we need to support operations with in order to optimize production, rectify something that doesn't work? And from a management point of view, I think it is extremely important that we as senior leaders and managers provide that support to the operations daily. So they know that we are backing the activities in the sharp end of the operations. Too often I see a wish to provide direction and maybe challenge the operating team offshore. And that's all fair and okay, but what really is important is to have the focus on the sharp end and support their activity to provide the confidence that it's okay to shut down, for example. In this context, we have a notification system. So when something happens related to HSC or production, we are notified immediately. And I receive those reports 24/7. And I was just meeting up with one of our OIMs following his return to the shore after a crew change. And it came up to me and said, Arne, thank you for your support in the email. It really, I didn't have the time to answer, but it really gave me the confidence that we are aligned on what to do. So please, this is the strongest advice I can give you in operations, support the team offshore. Sometimes quite lonely out there. Then asset integrity management. The objective of the asset integrity management system is, first of all, manage major accident hazards. Secondly, maximize production, because if you're not allowed to operate, there is no production. Optimize operations and maintenance scope and costs. So what means do we have in doing this? The barrier management system is really the key, and our onshore support team, including our technical authorities, are defining all performance standards that goes into the maintenance system and into the inspection system. And the pictures, I was a bit worried about the last picture, but I ended, on the bottom picture, but I ended up using it because the focus for the TAs setting the performance standard has to be to the sharp end, has to be to the offshore guys, supporting the offshore guys. I've seen too often misunderstandings on how to interpret a procedure for testing of and verifying of standards. So we really need to have a focus to ensure that all performance standards are understood and that all the maintenance and inspection activities are done accordingly. Maintenance and inspection programs are key, and on the marine systems and the mooring, we are doing those together with and being verified with DNV. We are working very hard with DNV to make sure we do this efficiently. And a lot of the maintenance that we have to do is done by us in agreement with DNV, and the DNV is then accepting our maintenance program without having to witness all activities. Same on subsea, on topside. On topside, we have experienced difficulties in getting good quality inspection done. Some of my operation managers and OIMs tells me that it's the painters that find more of the anomalies than the inspection are doing. So this is an important area. And again, focus on the sharp end. Ensure offshore understands what is required. Also, to provide better overview of the status, this is the old way of reviewing asset integrity. This is just an example of safety critical maintenance, where you go to backlogs of hours from the maintenance system, monthly reports, review what's outstanding, and so forth. What we are now implementing in the fleet is a system where we pick up all this data live, so we don't need to have a cutoff report. We are actually just getting live data from the maintenance system, inspection systems. And you may, in a glimpse, get an overview of the individual assets and the integrity of the individual assets. Just to give you some indications of figures. On Varg, we have 4,000 safety critical tags. On Knar, 9,000. And we really need to easily have an overview. So if I press on the red one, this gives me all the jobs that is overdue in just a push on the computer. It's a little bit like the Procon system that was presented yesterday, only this is plant integrity. I think these elements are a key in optimizing cost, driving efficiency. To have a lean core crew, we are not allowing the core crew to be bigger than absolutely necessary. The same with the onshore core crew. And then we manage all additional resources required for a campaign, for a shutdown, for inspection, and so forth. The cost of the offshore operation is quite significant, so have a close view on the sharp end of the operation. Then it is important to have a balanced onshore support. Make sure the core competencies required is with your staff. Make sure you have the adequate capacity and availability. and if not, make sure you have services to provide that, both with competency, availability, mobilization time, and cost. To optimize maintenance scope is important. We just did a review on one of our units and are able to reduce planned maintenance, non-safety critical elements, by 40% based on experience data. The same goes for inspection. At present, we are actually working with oceaneering across the fleet, and we have for 2016 reduced the cost by 50% by working very closely with the oceaneering, setting up a much more efficient regime, organization of the inspection system. Then, last but not least, supply chain management is an issue. We have also talked about that yesterday. Just to give you a flavor for the figures, we are spending around $350 million yearly on services. Just a couple of examples. I mentioned the RBI inspection, category number 2. 37, catering. We are working very closely with Sodexo as a global provider of services, and again reduced in a very, very competitive part of the market, reduced the cost of services by $1 million for 2016 compared to 2015 by changing cleaning routines and so forth. And it's been a very, very constructive process. There are some others in this list that is more challenging. I think without pointing at these service providers, I think we have challenges on gas compressors, thrust turbines, control systems, where when we are in dialogues with the suppliers, we are maybe managing to recover some 2-3%. And in today's market, that is not good enough. We really have to take the step to fix this, but it's a combined, joint effort. So I had doing this presentation, I had my supply chain manager talk about how things are. So, first the picture on the left, how the OIM explained it, and then how the operation manager understood it, and what the purchaser ordered, what was delivered, what was invoiced, and what was really needed. And this is not only for procurement, this is really for everything we are doing. So, towards our suppliers, we have achieved reduction of cost by working together, find more efficient solutions between 20 and 50%, and I really, really would like to put that out as a challenge. I think that yesterday's discussion shows that we have to do something. We are all seeing the same picture, but we have to move, and we have to move now. Thank you very much.